Hello, it's episode 13. We made it all this way together. Some people are going to be listening for the first time, but hell, you made it too. You're here now. You might be late, but whatever. It's a new year, new you, and you've got a new favourite podcast. It's this one, and you're going to tell all your friends. And if you've got kids, you're going to tell your kids' friends. And then when their parents call you up and say, don't tell my kids to listen to that podcast, they swear in it briefly sometimes, you can be like, whatever. It's my favourite and other people need to know. Anyway, here's episode 13.
Pottervision, Pottervision, Pottervision. Pottervision.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pottervision podcast, the podcast where me, Lukas Kirkby, and my good pal Tom Lawrenson look at, analyse, discuss a chapter from the Harry Potter books. This week we're on book 1 and we're on chapter 13, Nicolas Flamel. Tom Kittel.
Estoy bien! Estoy bien!
Muy bueno!
Señor Kirkby. ¿Usted y tú también?
Oh, y mi también. Estoy fantástico.
Great to hear. A little treat for our Spanish-speaking listeners there.
Yeah, we know we have at least 7 according to our statistics.
But how are you? What are you up to?
I'm all right, it's been a good week, and I tell you what, I had a lovely dream about me and you this week. It was very random.
Yeah.
We were improvising Oliver the Musical in an old people's home, and that was my dream.
That is mental.
Yeah, me and you, we were doing two-man Oliver, but it wasn't scripted. We were just going for it.
Can I just say to you now,
Yeah.
I'd like to stop this podcast right now, ditch Pottervision completely, and start doing two-man Oliver. Olivers!
We're reviewing the situation. I think that would be fantastic.
Well, we're both Oliver. Two Olivers.
No, we weren't both Oliver.
Yeah, but this is what it's going to
What?
be.
We're both Oliver?
We're both Oliver.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Boys for sale.
Yeah.
They're going cheap.
And then we're both Fagin.
More? I'd like some more as well. You too? I would love to see Oliver's. Double the fun.
That'd have been a great sequel to Oliver.
You've got to pick 2 pockets or 4. You've got to pick 2 pockets or 4.
What a lovely dream.
It's fantastic.
Your dream is now becoming our reality.
It is.
Oliver's.
Hey, it'll be in the West End by the end of next year.
Lovely stuff.
How about you?
Oh, you know me. I've been rattling around, rolling about, somersaults, high kicks.
Yeah.
Just been getting on with it, really. Been watching some Christmas movies, been getting into the spirit.
Oh, what films have you been watching?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus 2.
Santa Claus 2, the squeakquel.
No, Noel.
What's that?
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It was adapted from the possible screenplay of the Santa Claus 4, but they made it into Noel instead.
Oh, that's exciting. And is it good?
Nope.
But there's nothing better than a bad Christmas film.
Oh, there is plenty. A good Christmas film.
Yeah, that's true.
Reading a novel, a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Winning
yeah.
on a scratch card.
Being at that.
Oh, you're right. Now,
Go on.
when this is released, it's New Year. So Happy New Year to everybody. But to us, we're yet to experience Christmas.
Yeah.
We're recording these in advance, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we hope it was a good one to everybody. We hope it will be a good one.
What day is this one out?
I think it's the 3rd of January.
My birthday!
Way! Happy birthday!
Thank
and
you.
by this time, Oliver's will already be in the post-production stage.
I'll listen to it on my birthday. Future note to my birthday self. I hope you're well. I hope you're handsomer than ever. And I hope you're a millionaire by then. You've got 3 weeks, buddy.
Many happy returns. Anything else going on with you this week?
Well, there was a bit of crime at work.
Oh, yeah.
There's this nationwide crime spree where people are pumping up cars. They'll pull up next to a car, lift it up, cut off this converter that's attached to the exhaust, and get out of there in under a minute.
Yeah.
Someone came and did it at our work car park.
Yeah.
And it was people were in tears because they couldn't get home.
What does the converter... What does it convert?
Don't know, but you can scrap it. You can get, I think you can get £300 for it.
Wow.
For
a minute's work.
£300 for a minute's work, yeah.
My God, that's £18,000 an hour.
Woman on my team was absolutely in tears because it happened to her.
Yeah.
I went over to her to console her because I'm a nice person, as you well know. I went to her. I said, it's awful, innit? I said, I was robbed, believe it or not, while I was at the garage last week.
Yeah.
She goes, what happened? I went £300 for a new tyre. I couldn't believe it.
And did she, did all the troubles just drift away?
I'd love to say that she loved it and she laughed her way home, but unfortunately, we're not in Willy Wonka. You can't just laugh away, or we're not in
At the end of a sitcom episode.
Mary Poppins, where you can't laugh your way to the ceiling.
Loud and long.
But that's what's been going on with me.
Exciting stuff. Now, Tom, are you ready for a New Year rundown?
Oh, run me into the new year.
Oh, I will. It's 2021. Now then, they still don't know. It's the new year and they still don't know who this Nicolas Flamel character is. Hermione's back after the Christmas holidays and they're back doing their lessons and they're back doing Quidditch as well. And there's a big match coming up. But Snape has decided he's going to be the referee. And if they beat Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, they'll go above Slytherin in the House Cup race.
Whoa.
So it's all very exciting, but Snape as a referee, it's a bit dodgy. What's going on? Now, they're in the common room, and Neville comes bounding in. Malfoy's locked his legs together. And he's crying, he's hopping up, he's absolutely upset, and Harry consoles him with a chocolate frog. He goes, here you go. Here's an unhealthy coping mechanism for you. Now, Neville gives him the card. He doesn't want the card. It's Dumbledore again, but I remember where I've seen Nicolas Flamel. It's on the card. He's done alchemy with Dumbledore. Then Hermione goes, oh, it's in my book. She looks in her book. Nicolas Flamel, the only known holder of the Philosopher's Stone. It's an amazing stone that can create gold and make you invincible. So they think that's what Snape wants, the Philosopher's Stone. Exciting. Anyway, the Quidditch match is happening. Malfoy's being annoying to Ron. He causes a fight. They have a fight. Meanwhile, Harry does a big dive, catches the snitch in record time, and Gryffindor are in the lead!
Well, hey!
Oh, we're number one! We're number one! Now, as Harry is walking back from the Quidditch changing rooms, he spots Snape sneaking off into the Forbidden Forest. So he gets back on his broom, hides up a tree, and he watches Snape and Quirrell together. He's not quite sure who's saying what, but Snape seems to be bullying Quirrell and telling him, asking him about some hocus pocus that he's been up to.
No.
So he goes back to the common room, does Harry, tells Harry and Ron, and he thinks, if the only thing is stopping Snape from getting to that Philosopher's Stone is Professor Quirrell, then we are in trouble.
Oh my.
Chapter 13. It was exciting.
What a chapter.
Oh, we don't say this often, but what a chapter it was. It was. I feel like we are starting to accelerate. We've stopped off at the services for Christmas.
Yeah.
And now we're back on the motorway and we're pumping towards our destination.
We've done our mocks in December.
Yep.
But now the real studying starts.
Oh, we're getting to start cramming that.
We're going to have to start revising properly because the real stakes are coming soon.
Yes.
Now, Harry's been having these recurring dreams, hasn't
Oh, yeah, he's dreaming that him and Ron are starring in a musical called Oliver's. Every night a different song.
he? You've had a recurring dream.
No, I've never had a recurring dream. I've had strange dreams, like the one I've told you about, but I once dreamt that my mum won the X Factor.
Yeah.
And it was like the compilation at the end. So, you know, when they win and then it shows, like, their
Your
journey.
mum won the X Factor.
Yeah, so it started off with, like, her in a cardigan and messy hair in, like, the audition. And then by the end, she'd had, like, a makeover and she was in a ball gown singing, like, a big song at the end. It was very strange. It was an odd dream.
Did you wake up tears of, like, pride?
Yeah, tears of pride, you know. They even showed her in the factory, you know, with the singles being produced. Yeah, very surreal dream, but that was a long time ago. But
I've had a recurring dream
Yeah.
for a number of years now, and I only realised that, oh yeah, I have that dream a lot.
yeah,
In my dream, there's a building that I'm not allowed in. It's like it's like a house or something that the family owns, but
Yeah.
we don't go in it. It's this building we don't go in. We're around it, but we're
Yeah.
afraid to go in.
Oh.
What does it mean?
Oh, maybe it's some, you know, part of your life that you're scared to go back to.
Hopefully, some repressed memory.
We'll have to get Professor Trelawney on it to interpret what your dream means.
Last night, I actually dreamt. This is a weird crossover. I dreamt I was in a lesson at Monsters University.
Hey! Learning how to fill up those scream cans.
No, but
Oh.
the lesson was
Yeah.
defense against the dark arts. And no one was taking the class seriously because the monster teaching it looked like a bit of a wimp.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you idiots! He only looks a bit. He's one of them monsters that gets scary. You don't even know. Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Where, you know, yeah. I'm just imagining what the dark arts are in Monsters Inc. A sock.
human. What I've gathered
Yeah.
from this book. It's
Yeah.
taken me a while along to come to this conclusion.
Yeah.
But Ron is nothing like how he's portrayed in the first film.
No, 100%.
What
What
is
are the
it?
key differences to you?
Rupert Grint
Yes.
plays him as a lovable little cheeky boy, doesn't he?
Yes, exactly.
Really like charming, little, like, you know,
Yeah.
really nice.
I think he does a fantastic job, and if you don't mind me saying, it's a controversial opinion, but I think his performance in the Potter films is a lot better than his performance in Thunderpants. Don't know if you agree, but that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Did you ever watch Thunderpants?
I remember a kid telling me about it in the playground.
It's basically about this big kid who does big trumps, and eventually his trumps power rockets into space. And Rupert Grint's his friend in that as well.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
But it's better in Harry Potter than it is in Thunderpants.
I think he's better in Harry Potter, Rupert Grint, than he is in Thunderpants.
But he's playing a little nerd in Thunderpants, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'd have to watch it, you know.
Yeah, Malfoy is telling Neville that he's not brave enough Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Had me thinking that he accepts that Gryffindor is a brave house. Because if I was a rival of Gryffindor, I'd be thinking, oh no, they're not brave, they're just a bunch
Yeah.
of, you know, gimps or whatever.
Goody-goodies, yeah.
A bunch of weirdos. But he was like, oh, you know, because Neville says, oh, even Malfoy told me I wasn't brave enough to be in here.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Malfoy wants to be in Gryffindor.
Yeah.
That'd have taken the books down a different route, wouldn't it? I could have seen him going under Fred and George's wing.
Yeah, well, maybe that's an interesting part of the... Because I hate spoiling these books, but you should have read it. But by the end of the books, we see a bit of a reprieval for Malfoy.
last book.
Yeah, last book.
chapter.
All right, last chapter, the last few minutes of the film. But maybe that's there's a thing of, you know, if he had been in Gryffindor or if he was brought up differently, he might have been a different person. And maybe he has got that kind of, you know, anger in him and bitterness because maybe it's because he's not in Gryffindor.
As angry and is he more angry or more bitter than Ron?
No.
Is anyone?
But that's it. Maybe Ron in Slytherin would have taken a very dark turn.
Yeah. As you said, Neville gets handed a chocolate frog.
Yeah.
He then unwraps it,
Yeah.
takes the frog out the box, and then hands Harry the card and goes, right, I'm off to bed. Ah, chocolate frog in bed. Bliss.
Bliss. Absolute bliss. But I'm not being funny, right? You know, he's giving him a chocolate frog. He's like, thanks for the chocolate frog. Here's the card. Here's the packaging. Here's the bag you gave. Just put that in the bin for me, will you, Harry? Just deal with that yourself.
I've got what I want. I'm going to go eat this in bed. McGonagall coming in. Neville, what are these chocolate stains all over your bed sheets?
Oh, I've had another nightmare. No,
Yeah.
just a chocolate frog. But as I said in the rundown, it's an unhealthy coping strategy.
Yeah,
Short term,
comfort eating.
it'll make it better. But yeah, you're not teaching him to help himself. You're just teaching him, comfort eating. It's not going to help him in the long run.
Terrible. You got to face. You just got to deal with your emotions. You can't drown them
Yeah.
in chocolate. Now we get the back of the card, and we learn that Dumbledore is friends with Nicolas Flamel because of their work in alchemy together.
Yes.
But also because of Dumbledore's discovery of the 12 uses of dragon's blood.
Yep.
Now, I looked up what are the 12
Wow.
uses of dragon's blood.
Okay.
Now, there's a bit of I found
Can I guess some? Or are they unguessable?
you can, but I'm going to give you first. I found contradicting things.
Okay.
Because some things says that the author has not revealed all of them.
Yeah.
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 Whereas I found on some other side just 12 things.
Right,
So I was
right.
like, I'm going to go off these things. Would you like to guess some?
Yeah. The first one I'm going to guess is that they're put into wands.
No, but they do use them for spells.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
that's like you can if you're doing I don't know, are a good replacement for human blood.
Yeah.
In something.
All
right.
right, that's good.
What else you got?
I reckon they use it there'll be some potions that dragon's blood is an ingredient for. Is that right?
Well, yeah, that's spells, isn't it?
You can't just say the whole of magic is spells. I don't know. It's an ingredient for wizard's black pudding.
Right. So now I'm doubting these 12 uses, yeah,
Because of what I've said.
No, because when one of the things that old Joe Rowling said is that
Yeah.
one of them's an oven cleaner.
What?
One of the uses is an oven cleaner.
Right.
Yeah, so these is right, okay. So the 12 I found on some Muggle website, one of them is perfume.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you can mix it with some other bits.
Yeah.
Another is ink.
Oh, yeah.
Medicine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm beginning to question whoever wrote all these.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these you're going to hear when I read them out.
Yeah.
Bleed into each other.
Hey, bleeding.
Yeah. So I've said
Yeah.
I've said medicine.
Yeah.
Another one is stops bleeding.
Right.
So medical uses.
Yeah, medical. Yeah.
Another one is curing stomach ulcers.
Medicine. Yeah.
Fever reducer.
Medicine.
Dye.
That was the other one.
Ink.
Ink.
Violin resin. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Incense.
Perfume.
Perfume, yeah.
But can I tell you something? If on the back of the card it said the 4 uses of dragon's blood, it's not going to make Dumbledore look as good as it. No, there's 12. There's perfume.
Splitting hairs here, Dumbledore.
There's perfume. There's incense.
Right.
There's a candle.
Painting pigment.
Dye.
Toothpaste.
Medicine.
Medicine.
It is. It's a medicine for your teeth.
And the last one was spells. Yeah.
All right. So maybe he's blowing things out of proportion a bit here.
Yeah. Or we can't trust that. We can't trust that site that I used.
Mugglepedia.
That I was on the. To be honest with you, I was on the black net. I was on the dark net on that.
Were you the
Yeah.
dark web?
I was looking. That's how I came across that by accident. I was browsing, buying a child. A bit of human trafficking. Then I came across that. Yeah.
Wow. You know what? You never know what those wormholes
I'm not
can end
too
up as.
sure. So then they figure out what the Philosopher's Stone is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is it?
It gives the elixir of life. It makes you invincible, immortal. Not invincible, but immortal. And it creates gold. Right?
Wow.
And they think that's what Snape's after. It makes you invincible and it makes you rich.
Oh, Snape wants that gold.
If Snape's after that, let him have it, I reckon. If Snape's rich and invincible, he's not going to work at Hogwarts anymore. He will be out of your hair. Let him get the Philosopher's Stone. You'll get a new potions teacher who doesn't deduct points. You'll get a new Quidditch referee who isn't biased. Let the events take their course.
No, we can't have him getting a better job. He has to stay here with me.
I'll be damned if he has that 2-bed semi-detached house.
I'll be damned if he doesn't have to live in Bradford.
Just let it happen. It'll actually, in the long run, make your lives easier. HRH.
I always thought that. Did he go to Snape's house in one of the last films?
They go to Malfoy Manor.
No, it's... No. I'm thinking of the Half-Blood Prince.
Where they do the unbreakable vow.
Whose house is that in? I swear it's Snape's house.
Oh, it might be.
Because Malfoy's live in a mansion.
Yeah.
I doubt Bellatrix has a house. Especially she doesn't live in a terrace in Bradford.
Yeah.
Because that's what... Because I was like, I thought that brickwork looked like Bradford, and also it was very rainy.
Those classic Bradford bricks. Yeah. Maybe it was Snape's house, and it wasn't exactly a big place, was it?
I couldn't imagine, for as much as Snape hates people.
Yeah.
Or he seems to have a very disdain for,
Yeah.
I don't know, communities.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd want to live alone.
Yeah. But then if you think the majority of his time is spent living at Hogwarts, maybe he's just got this second home that he rents out for fringe festivals.
Now, Lucas, I wanted to ask you,
yes.
what would you do with the Philosopher's Stone?
Wow.
If you had to pick one of the uses.
You can't use both. Oh, you're not nice. I think immortality would be a very lonely thing. I think it would be nice to start with, but I think if you lived for, like, this bloke's lived for like 600 years. I think, growing up, seeing your kids, your family grow old and die, and then you're still around, and I think it would be a very lonely existence.
I think my family would be happy for me if I was to live forever.
Well, they would be happy, but I think for you, I don't know. I think it would be odd.
I don't think there'd be any greater pride, than seeing your own father outlive you. I'd do anything to die before my dad.
Yeah. But does he grows old though, doesn't he? He looks old. I've seen pictures of him he appears in the Fantastic Beasts film.
Yeah, but that's only because I suppose he does. Do you reckon he looks 500?
No, he doesn't look 500, but he looks ancient. He looks like he's nearly dead. And you're not looking like a young person, and you might not be able to move around like a young person. So to answer your question, I think I'd go for
gold.
Go for gold.
Yeah.
And there's a difference, because when I was thinking about this question, and it's a different question than if you asked what would you do if you won the lottery, because if you won the lottery you've still got limited money. You've got like 4 million, which is not unlimited. So if I won the lottery, I would do stuff like invest in property. I think I'd do a little bit of like paying off the mortgage and helping out family and stuff, but I think I'd invest money. But with unlimited money, which is what the Philosopher's Stone gives you, the gold, I think then you could just try and help as many people as you could. Go mad, just spend.
Yeah.
But I think there'd be a big target on your back if you were the only person who had this stone. I think a lot of people would.
But do you reckon if you're like producing so much gold, the value of gold would like shrink?
Yeah, maybe it'd be like inflation type stuff where it'd go mad. So you'd have to be careful, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So your choice is long life where you are a shriveled little raisin.
Yep.
Or quick life where you're a very rich man where you can do what you want and your family will be always happy. Tough one.
So I think I would go for gold.
Happy family, or do you want to see how horrible the earth turns into in 300 years? Write in, listeners. What would you prefer? Eternal life or eternal wealth?
Let us know. We need to find out. Now, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Snape, he wants the Defence Against the Dark Arts job. We joked about him wanting to be a PE teacher. And now in this chapter, can I be a Quidditch referee? No, you can't, Snape. Oh, well, actually, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
That is crazy. Because it's mental to think of Snape on a broom.
It is insane. When, like, right, you want to be Quidditch referee. When was the last time you were on a broom? Year 9? What?
We only ever see Snape in cloaks.
Yeah.
So are we to assume that in this, Snape is in a pair of trackies?
I'm imagining him shorts, 118 vest, and a little whistle. Yeah.
They are crazy.
This is only the second time so far in the book. I'm hoping for a third that we will have seen Snape's bare legs.
Yeah. That's my biggest issue with the films.
Yeah.
Not enough of Alan Rickman's bare skin.
Yeah, I agree. We need to see more of that.
They're surprised that Dumbledore has come to the match.
Yeah.
What else has he got to do?
Yeah.
The man does nothing.
Yeah.
For a head teacher, you don't see him for the entire year.
He doesn't teach any lessons.
He puts all the admin to McGonagall and stuff.
Well, I've got to save my energy to go around in the middle of the night and spy on little boys. That's where I spend my time. Where's Dumbledore? He's having a lie-in. He's been watching children
He was
all
up
night.
all night. He was up all night.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
Now, they're worried about Snape being the referee because they think in the last Quidditch match he was bewitching Harry's broom.
Yeah, they think he's going to kill him.
They think he's going to kill him. And they suggest things to get Harry out of the match. They're like, pretend you're ill, pretend to break your leg, actually break your leg. Now, this seems like a crazy idea, but about 2 years ago at the school I work at, I was walking down a corridor and I heard like somebody falling down some stairs, right? I come up, there's a kid at the bottom of the stairs, right, on the floor. And I go, what were you doing? What happened? He goes, I asked my friend to push me because I didn't want to do PE. So he genuinely asked his mate to push him down the stairs so he could, like, hurt himself.
Was he trying to break his leg?
I don't know if he was trying to break his leg, but he was trying to get out of PE because he'd fallen down the stairs.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Maybe not with PE.
No.
I've always fancied having a broken leg.
Oh, yeah, you've mentioned this before.
Have I?
Yeah.
I won't mention it again then.
All right, make this the last time, please.
No, I'll bring it up again. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah. Have you ever gone through elaborate things to get out of stuff?
Not that I can remember.
You're a good boy, you aren't you?
Yeah, I try not to. Yeah, I don't know really. I'm usually quite. If I don't want to do something, like in the modern times, like now as an adult, I'm usually quite direct.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I don't drink and sometimes I can't be bothered going on like a night out or something like that. And so sometimes if people are, or I won't drink on a night out, they go, come on, have a drink. And usually when you try and get out of it, people will try and get round your excuses. So you go, oh, I'm driving. Oh, get a taxi home. I'll drive you home. Or,
I'll drive you home drunk.
All right then. But I'm just direct now because I think it works best. I'll just say I don't want to. And that normally works. Like, or if someone's like, hey, come and do this Zoom quiz. And then rather than making up an excuse and say, oh, I'm busy, I'll just go, well, I don't want to.
Well, that's very good.
It's miserable, but it works.
I don't think it's... Because sometimes you can find yourself... Life is too short to be doing things that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
When, in similar scenarios, I use a trick that I learned by watching the film Hustlers. Have you seen that film?
No.
It's Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
And some other people. And they're strippers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the stripping industry
Hang on, what's this film called?
Hustlers. It takes a nosedive, yeah?
Yeah.
And so they have to figure out ways of getting men to come to the strip club to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
So then they go out and they
Hang
find...
on, the fact that Jennifer Lopez works there is not enough of a draw for these men.
Nope. But they go out and they get these men to drink, and the men are buying them all drinks thinking that the girls are all drinking as well.
Yeah.
But the girls will just throw their drinks behind them, or pour them away or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they'll get drugs out and they'll get the guy to do drugs, then they'll pretend to do drugs, but they'll just throw it behind them.
Right.
I do that. I'm throwing drinks everywhere. I'm throwing drugs behind my head.
Just other people in the club just slipping in puddles of vodka.
Yeah, people sniffing up the back of my jacket.
Reminds me of that scene in Dumb and Dumber where he throws the salt behind him and then gets in trouble with that bloke. Fantastic. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
I can't remember that scene.
You're missing out. Well, they do a bit where they go, it's good luck to throw salt over your shoulder. And he gets the whole pot, throws the whole pot behind him, and then he gets into trouble.
It's a good prank.
It's a very
good prank. Now, the whole of Gryffindor, especially the team, are thinking, oh no, with Snape as referee, he's going to be unfairly, he's going to be unfair to the Gryffindor team.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, because he knows we're close to being in the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be so unfair. Beginning of the match,
I've got this.
George hits a bludger at him.
Yeah. Fair enough, give him a penalty.
And then he gives him a penalty. You're unfair there, Snape. I was only trying to hurt you.
I was only trying to hurt you. Now, Ron and Hermione are in the crowd, right? And Neville is confused as to why they've brought their wands with them. If I was a wizard, I would never go anywhere without my wand. It'd be like keys, wallet, wand. I can't imagine being a wizard and not leaving the house without your wand.
Yeah.
You're always going to be using magic, I think. But they've got their wands because they've learnt this leg locker curse, right?
Yeah.
And it says they're going to use it at any sign that Snape looks like he might harm Harry.
Snape on the broom.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes in their plan. I'd love the other way this novel could have gone, at which Snape just looks at Harry and does a bit of a sneer. Right, leg locker curse! And then he falls to his death because his legs are locked together on this broom.
Right, that's it. I'm killing him.
Just his legs tangled in his own broom as he struggles.
I reckon, right. Last Quidditch match,
Yeah.
right, I think Snape's gone to Dumbledore, he's gone, I'm not coming to Quidditch anymore. I'm sat there, right, and I get set on fire.
Yeah.
Dumbledore's like, no, my friend, you must get back on the horse. This week, you are referee. You will be fine. You'll be under my gaze. No one will hurt you. And then Hermione's there like, I'm going to get him. She leg locks him, kills him. And it's like, I'm not doing it anymore, Dumbledore. Something's happening at Quidditch. I'm not going anymore.
Somebody's got it out for Snape. This is Snape's story, not Harry's. We must always remember that when we're reading this book. This is not Harry Potter, this is Snape, the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, crazy.
Malfoy, hilarious.
Yeah, he's on top form. He is a bully, and he's not being nice.
He's so funny in this chapter. I was like, this boy, right, how old is he, 11?
Yeah.
Do some stand-up, pal.
You should do.
You've got what it takes. These quips, right, he's taking digs at Neville, right, but he's not even going at the low-hanging fruit.
No.
Neville's described as being plump, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's going after his intelligence.
Yeah.
Absolute brilliant. Like, to go after someone who's... He's not being nice. He's gone too easy.
Yeah.
You haven't got enough brains, Neville. What's his joke he says about it?
He says something like, people get on the Quidditch team, the Gryffindor Quidditch team, because they feel sorry for them. Yeah. Harry Potter doesn't have any parents, the Weasleys don't have any money, Neville doesn't have any brains.
And then he says, if brains were gold, you would be poorer than Weasley.
Wow. He is absolutely acerbic, I think they say, with his wit.
Right? Earlier on in the chapter, after he's the leg locker curse on him, Ron comforts him and he says to Neville, you are worth 12 of Malfoy. Yeah? You're worth 12 of him, right?
And if you keep eating these chocolates, you'll be worth 13 of him.
But then, Malfoy insults Neville, and then Neville retorts back, I'm worth 12 of you. Out of context, he's mad.
Yeah. 12? It's such a random number, isn't it? You know, Malfoy's half the wizard you are. You're twice the wizard Malfoy is. No, you're 12 times. 12 times.
You came... And... friends have digs at each other, you know, because they know they can take them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You came round here earlier, right?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you noticed about me? What's different today?
Hey, you're wearing a lovely, I think you called them a pair of dungarees.
I was wearing a pair of dungarees for fun. It's Sunday. You've got to have fun on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I said something to you along the lines of, I was going to show you a picture of me 3 months ago, and I wanted to, because I was pointing out how much I've changed. Yeah?
Yes, yeah.
And then you said, what did you say? You said something like, well, you've lost your sense of style.
Hey!
If I'd have stopped you and gone, I'm worth 12 of you.
I'd have left. Oh, well, that's sad. We were having a laugh then, and you ruined it by taking it seriously.
You driving home sad.
Yeah.
Calling up your mum. I don't know if I'm going to do that podcast anymore.
Yeah, Tom's really upset me.
He thinks he's worth 12 of me.
Yeah. 2 or 3 times I can understand, but 12! It cut me deep. Oh, I don't like it. 12 times the value. Couldn't believe it. I think, Malfoy is funny, but I think everybody's funny.
Go on.
People are coming out with these funny lines. Hermione has a line, at least we're not, hopefully we won't be wiping you off the pitch. Ron does a line at the end, if Quirrell's looking after the stone, it'll be gone by Tuesday. And they're coming up with these big witty lines.
Funny little beggars.
They're funny. And Hermione is getting, it's like, she's having the last line in a lot of segments of the chapters.
Oh, yeah.
She had one last week about Nicolas Flamel. We could ask your parents. That wouldn't be dangerous. No, because the dentists. Hey! She's getting the last line. It's like, in EastEnders, they count up how many characters have had the Duff Duff line.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you say the line and it goes doof, 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 doof.
Yeah.
They actually rack them up, and there's like a ranking of how many actors have had, like, the Duff Duffs in
Who's
EastEnders.
number 1?
I think it'd be somebody like Phil Mitchell.
Oh, really?
Somebody like that.
Just for longevity.
For longevity.
Andy's quite a potent character.
Quite a potent character. But here, Hermione's in the lead for Duff Duffs. She's getting a lot of screen time.
Maybe Ron, actually, because he's the most violent one.
Very violent.
So Malfoy makes some quips about Ron being poor.
Mm-hmm.
Too hot-headed Ron.
Yes.
Right? A simple shut up would have done.
Yeah.
Instead, he's punching, jumping at Malfoy, dragging him to the floor. Hey, listen. Sticks and stones will break my bones. Words will never hurt you.
Yeah.
What's he doing punching?
He's a fool. He hasn't learnt at Christmas. He went for him at Christmas, and now he's had a proper fight with him. He's not learning.
No. Dumb boy.
Dumb
The
boy.
match is going on, and before it starts, it's over. Harry's got the snitch.
Nobody can remember. It must be a record. Nobody can remember. This first year next to me tells me he's never seen the snitch caught so quickly. How many matches have you seen? 2. It must be a record, though. I've never seen it caught as quickly as this.
I think if I was a Quidditch fan,
Yeah.
right, you've come out, right, what is it, Sunday or Saturday or something?
Yeah.
Quidditch match. This is going to be good. It's cold, it's raining out. Right?
Yeah.
Getting ready. I've had me lunch. Right. Marching about an hour to the Quidditch match.
Yeah.
Here we go. Then climbing up them wooden stairs. Let's get a good seat. Here we go. Harry's caught the snitch. What?
Yeah, I'm just going to go get a couple of pints. I'll be back in a minute. All right, hey. How they doing? They've won. Well, I'll just sit here and drink these 2 pints while everybody leaves.
You can't bring them back into the school.
Oh, what a nightmare.
You'd be so disappointed. Right? He wins. Snape, furious, spits at the floor.
Oh, worst character now for me.
I was about to say the same.
Spitting is never excusable. There is no reason to spit on the floor. And you are a teacher at a wizarding school, and you have spat in front of the entire school. What a shit example, Snape.
I'd be going, if I was an impressionable young man,
Yeah.
I'd be going, I guess we can spit.
Yeah, Snape spits.
Oh,
we can spit.
We can spit now. We
Yeah.
can spit. I'm gonna spit now. I'm gonna spit at Dumbledore.
And it's going to be a nightmare for all the teachers are going to be fuming at Snape, because now every time they bring up to a kid, if they see a kid spitting, right, no spitting, Professor Snape spits. Shut up. He's set that school back 5 years in terms of that rule. It's going to take a long time to build that back up because of that one act of idiocy.
Everyone's going to be going home. Everyone's going to be going home. Parents are going to be looking at robes. What are all these stains all over your robes? It's spit. What? Everyone's spitting at Hogwarts. What do you mean everyone's spitting at? Well, Snape started it off, and we've all been doing it. We've been gossiping everywhere because he's proved to us that it's fine to spit.
The amount of letters that are going to be coming in next term for Snape, asking for him to resign.
You're not going back.
It's disgusting. He's been watching too much Champions League football, and he's like, hey, I'm going to be a referee. What do they do in the Muggle world? Hey, they all spit. I'm going to do that. I'm going to fit in and just gob on the floor every 5 seconds.
If I was on, say, like, so we've said on this podcast before, this is our second anti-spit rant.
Yeah. Just don't spit, everybody.
If I was a famous footballer, which I think I've got the potential to be,
yeah,
right?
You're lean, you're young,
and if I was a spitter,
yeah,
right, I wouldn't let the two mix. I'd never be letting video footage of myself like be caught of me spitting on national television.
It's horrendous, isn't it? Worse than spitting, right? If Snape would have done this, I'd have closed the book. The one where they push one of their nostrils and fire out snot from the nose. They do it all the time in the football. And it is vile.
Imagine if that had been in the book then. The match was over. Snape was furious. He put one finger to his nostrils and fired a rocket out the other one.
Oh my god, there's a stream of snot jettisoned out of his nose.
Why do they think it's appropriate to spit on television?
I don't know.
Absolutely horrendous.
I do get it though, you're running around, and when you run around the saliva builds up in your mouth. But just drink some water, drink it down.
Swallow it.
Swallow it, boys.
Swallow it. Dribble it out.
Yeah.
What's Snape spitting for? Why has he gathered up saliva?
Yeah. Yeah, he's on a broom. You know, you're not in a car operating the controls going, oh, flipping heck, got the saliva building up in my mouth.
Now, I don't know how much time elapses from the end of the Quidditch match to Harry putting his broom in the broom shed.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not sure how much time elapses.
Yeah.
But
what time's the Quidditch match? It's the fastest match in Hogwarts history.
Yeah.
And by the time he's got changed, it's night. And they're all having the dinner.
Well, so Snape does his spitting.
Yeah.
And then Harry sees him immediately running into the woods with a cloak on.
So he's obviously got changed a lot quicker than Harry has.
Harry's been having a lazy Sunday afternoon, taking it all in.
Yeah.
You know, Harry, hurry up, and I'll take me time. He's watching the sunset. Aren't I the best? And he sees Snape running into the woods, and Harry thinks, I'll follow him.
I'll follow him.
And I forgot about this completely, this little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's not in any film.
No, I think in the film he finds them in a broom cupboard or something.
Yeah, he just has him shoved up against a wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me, first filch now, Quirrell.
And then he thinks, I'll get after him. And it's so... The image of Harry above the treetops, on a broom, had me laughing. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Eavesdropping. And then at one point, I can't really tell whether Harry got off his broom and he's in the tree now.
Yeah.
Or whether he's just hovering on the broom, holding onto a tree.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. But the fact that he's got into a tree is hilarious. If Snape was to look up and saw Harry looking at him, I think I'd just think, I'm going to kill you now. I had no intention of killing you, but seeing you peeping...
Yeah.
You're a peeper Potter.
Yeah, Peeper Potter. And then I really enjoyed the idea that an owl hoots and he nearly falls off his broom. Just hanging off his broom.
Hey, it reminds me of the owl from Bambi. Is it from Bambi?
I don't know. Or are you thinking Robin Hood? No, I don't know. I've not seen Bambi.
Where it's like a... If you're a listener and you know what I'm on about, right? Message in. Is that from Bambi? A hoo-hoo, the newborn Bambi.
What is he talking about?
So Snape has taken Quirrell into the woods to give him a good telling off or something.
Oh, yeah.
To give him a talking to.
Oh, yeah.
Does Snape know what's on the back of Quirrell's head?
I don't know, and this confused me because I don't like spoiling it, but we've kind of spoiled it, haven't we? We know.
Well, if this is your first listening, you're finding out of Harry Potter through this podcast, something's wrong with you.
Pause it, read the whole 7 books, and then press play again, because we're about to spoil it. Yeah, this really interested me, because Snape... Voldemort is on the back of Quirrell's head, and Snape... I don't know if he knows that or not. We don't know. But, in the end of the book, Snape turns good.
Yeah.
But before then, Voldemort believes that Snape is on his side.
Yeah.
Right? But how far back does that go? Because when does Snape go back on Voldemort's side? Because if he's on his side in this book, he would work with Quirrell, wouldn't he? Because Voldemort is on the back of his head. But here in book 1, he's working against Quirrell, which implies that he's good.
Yeah, but he's always been good.
Yeah, he's always been good, but if Voldemort's on the back of his head, he's trying to make Voldemort think that he's bad.
But if he crushes Voldemort out,
yeah,
his aim is for Voldemort to not come back.
Right. But then how would Voldemort then trust him in the later books?
That's the thing. So if he's in the woods and he's thinking, I don't know, how does Voldemort sound?
Harry Potter.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it,
yeah. The boy who lived... He'd probably be thinking, he's taking potions very seriously. He really is invested in this job.
Yeah.
Trying to stop Quirrell getting at the Philosopher's Stone. He probably thinks Quirrell wants to live forever.
Yeah.
Well, that's good enough excuse, isn't it?
It's a strange one. Please let us know about this, because I think we've gone away from making this entertaining, and we're just genuinely thinking about that. So please let us know.
Quirrell says, "Oh, strange place to meet me, Snape." And then Snape says, "Yes, well, we don't want any students finding out about the Philosopher's Stone, right? We only leave clues to it on the back of their trading cards."
Yeah. Yeah. We only want them to find it out after weeks of work.
And it's a bit weird that this is Snape's mission. It's like, well, have you realised how to get past the dog yet? Have you figured out all the other tricks? How far have you got? Have you got? It's like, what is Dumbledore doing?
Yeah.
If he's got a member of staff going, like, you know, like committing treason, like thieving, going crackers, why is he not just going, "Here, listen, mate, I'm going to have a word with you"?
Yeah.
Like, why is he not trusting Snape?
Yeah. Or why does he just fire Quirrell if he knows what the deal is?
Why is his, like, you know, why are his priorities, like you said earlier, creeping around at night and hey, I've always wanted to see what other people see in the mirror, Vera said. So far, Harry sees his parents and Ron sees a trophy. Pretty cool.
Right, Dumbledore, I know you're my boss, but can you help me out? I'm trying to, save the world.
No, I'm too sleepy.
Oh, Dumbledore.
I've been up all night.
But I'm trying to save the world on my own. It's a bit of a head scratcher. I must be honest.
What I realised is I don't think they go on their brooms enough.
No.
If I had a broom, like, I'd just be always just like flying about on it, like going.
Then I assume it's a bit like wands, where you can't use them outside of lessons. So I'm assuming there's a rule like.
Well, they can use them outside of lessons.
Can they?
They're always doing spells on each other.
They're not supposed to, are they?
No, they can just not use them outside of Hogwarts.
I think there was a rule in one of the first chapters where, I think it was in the sorting ceremony, where you're not allowed to use magic outside of class. You're not supposed to. So I don't know. Obviously everybody is. But I think it's the same with brooms, where if you're not in Quidditch lesson, if you're not in flying lessons, you're not on a broom until, I don't know, you're older or have a broom licence.
If I was Quirrell, I'd be a bit pissed off at Snape. So Snape's gone, Quirrell, after Quidditch, I want you to meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And Quirrell's gone, all right.
Yeah.
He's met him in the Forbidden Forest, and Snape's gone, Quirrell, have you found out how to get past Hagrid's beast? Yeah. And Quirrell says, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And eventually Snape goes, all right, see you later then, and walks off. Why have you brought me to the Forbidden Forest? Because they've not just done it in their
In
bedroom.
the office, yeah. In the bedroom. Can we meet in your bedroom? Why? Well, it's either that or the forest. Those are the only two options. What about my classroom when the kids are eating? Nope.
I'm assuming they've got like a teacher's
Sexual relationship.
a teacher's dormitory. And also I found funny that Harry overhears Snape saying the phrase your little bit of hocus pocus,
Yeah.
that's what Snape refers to as resurrecting the dead. Hocus pocus.
Yes, you and your gobbledygook. Yeah. I think obviously this scene has been written in a way to be dubious.
Yeah.
And for people to assume that it's Snape that's bullying Quirrell, but it's got to be vague enough for the plot twist, which we've already spoiled later on when we find out that Voldemort's on the back of Quirrell's noggin.
Ah, well. Right.
Yes.
How many Philosopher's Stones
Oh, it's that chapter, is it?
out of 5 are you giving this chapter?
Do you know what? As I said at the beginning, I like that we're moving forward to the climax of the book. We had
Yeah.
a little bit of a palate cleanser, and now we know what it is. It's the Philosopher's Stone. We've seen Snape with Quirrell. He's mentioned the Philosopher's Stone. We're getting closer and closer to the climax of this book that we've been reading for the past 13 weeks. Having said that, I don't know, the Quidditch chapters never really get me going as much as they should do. And it was a bit talky. But you know what? I liked it, and I like the way we're moving. It was short and sweet. And I'm going to give it 3.5 Philosopher's Stones out of 5. Don't know what you think, Sam.
3.5, he says. Now, this chapter, it was enjoyable.
Yeah,
It was brief.
it was brief.
Had some movements.
Yeah.
A bit of chat, bit of Quidditch,
Yeah.
a bit of eavesdropping.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fun. Malfoy was on top form.
Malfoy was on top form.
Very funny. Neville standing up for himself, taking on Crabbe and or Goyle.
That was good. That was impressive, I thought.
Yeah. Ron kept his mouth shut quite a lot of the time. Hey, that's a big thumbs up from me.
Hey, I mean, 2 of my stars were just for that.
We found out what the Philosopher's Stone is. Dumbledore was on the Quidditch match, hugging Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud to say that I'm going to give this chapter 2 Philosopher's Stones out of 5.
Oh, you took me in a direction and then you pulled back and revealed. Yeah, some people might say that's harsh, but we've got to compare it with what we've read previously.
Yep.
And there have been some absolutely wonderful chapters, and it wouldn't do them justice if we rated this highly.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Now, are you ready for my popular segment?
Yes.
Quiz.
Just close me book. People might like to know this is a closed book exam every week.
Quiz, quizzicky, quiz, quizzicky, quiz, crew. Gonna ask you some questions. How well will you do? Quiz, quizzicky, quiz, quiz, crew. We're gonna ask you about Harry Potter, Lucas. How well will you do?
I'll blow you a kiss.
Right, quiz 13. Could believe it.
Wow.
It's your 13th quiz.
I'm excited. I'm trying to think how many I've won. I think maybe 3 out of the 12 so far. So I've got a 1 in 4 chance based on previous 4.
Right. I think you got a good shot for this one.
Okay. I want a New Year's dance with you.
Right. What is the exchange rate of Neville's to Draco's?
Oh, it is 12-1.
Correct. Question 2.
Yeah.
What year did Dumbledore defeat Grindelwald?
Oh!
It's an easy one.
I know it is, but... Oh, this is so annoying because I should know this. And,
We'll come back to it.
I'm going to kick myself with that. Yeah, go on.
Question 3.
Yeah.
What are the 2 uses for the Philosopher's Stone?
Oh, it has the elixir of life, which makes you immortal, and it creates gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the leg locker curse?
Locomotor mortis.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Question, I guess this is 5 now. How old is Nicolas Flamel?
His wife is... Right, Nicolas Flamel is 665. She is 657.
658.
Oh!
Right, you're going to take a stab at what year did Dumbledore...
Yeah, 1945.
Correct.
Oh, no!
Do you know what?
I was one out.
You can have that.
No, I can't accept it.
You're not going to have it?
I don't know.
New Year.
Will you let me have it because it's New Year?
I'll let you have it because it's New Year. What are you
All
putting
right.
on? Old Lang Syne?
No. We're going to have a lovely dance. And I want to get the right track. How long was it for? 30 seconds,
30
did you say?
seconds.
30 seconds. And let's have this. Are we ready?
Yeah, go on.
All right, we're going to have a dance. Hey, there we go.
Yo, give yourself 15.
Oh, do you know what? 2021 is only going to go downhill from now. What an experience I've just had. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Right. So you've won the dance.
Yes! What will next week's prize be? That's the
The
question.
next prize
Yeah.
will be a secret handshake.
A secret handshake.
Yeah,
That is exciting.
you can choose
Yeah.
a secret handshake.
Yeah.
It's limited to 3 moves in it.
3 moves, yeah.
3 moves.
Yeah.
And you can perform this. We can perform this together.
Okay, I'm excited for that.
That has been this week's episode of Quiz. Quiz, quizzicky, quiz, quizzicky, quiz, quiz, quiz crew. Gonna ask you some questions, how well will you do? Quiz, quizzicky, quiz, quizzicky, quiz, quiz, quiz crew. Gonna ask you about Harry Potter, Lucas, how well will you do?
I'll blow you, I guess.
Lovely.
Pottervision.
And now it's time for our new favourite segment. It's Hedwig's Droppings. We're not referring to owl poo. We're not referring to ploppings. We mean the messages you send in when we refer to Hedwig's Droppings.
Yeah.
Now then, before we get to the messages we've had this week, it's somebody's big boy birthday today.
It is. It's my birthday today.
It's your birthday, you're going to spend your money. And Hedwig has dropped you a lovely gift.
Oh, we're talking, Edwig. What do you bring for me? Nimbus 3000.
Not quite, it's a bag with sharks on it.
Lovely. Right.
You have to open the card
Thank you
first.
so much. We've got a bag with sharks on it. And we've got a card. Ooh, it's turquoise, what do you call it? Baby Tommy, it says on the front. Let's open this thing. What we got here? Top notch nephew. There's a baby on the front. I'm assuming this is from Uncle Vernon, is it?
Well, not quite.
Dear baby Tommy, love, Uncle Daddy.
There you go.
We'll lose that off then.
Uncle Daddy.
Is that of you?
Yeah,
You Uncle Daddy?
for this card, yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much. And let's have a look at this gift. Ooh, what have we got here then? Hey! It's a Lego set. It's the famous scene from Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
It's Gwarp, and he's got his hands round Umbridge,
Yeah.
and the centaurs are shooting him. That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that. Thank you so much.
Hey, you're very welcome. Many happy returns.
Thank you.
Now then, for this week's Hedwig's Droppings, because it's New Year, we sent out a thing. We're going to do a giveaway. So everyone whose name we read out today is going to be sent a Pottervision keyring.
Way!
Hey! So the first person that got in touch was SophHunter2000 on Instagram, who asks, if you were to completely scrap the Hogwarts houses and start again, What would you call the new houses, and how would you divide up the pupils?
Sometimes I wish that you'd give me these questions beforehand.
Do you think?
So I could at least have a few days to think about them. Right, what have you been thinking?
Right, first house, Wigglewump.
Yeah.
And that's people who have, like, clumsiness.
Yeah.
Or fall over. Second house, dog's tooth.
Yeah.
And that's, like, real nasty pieces of work.
Yeah.
Third house, bungalow drains.
Yeah.
And that's people who always wave thank you.
Yeah.
When you let them out of a cul-de-sac. And the final one is beaver hole.
Yeah. That sounds disgusting. I don't want to be in that house.
And that's just pure nerds.
Pure nerds in beaver hole. Well, I've always said
Yeah.
that I'm not a fan of how they're divided, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe have it a bit more random. Houses.
Yeah.
And these are the 4 houses.
Yeah.
A, B, Y, and Z.
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then if your name begins with any other letter, you're
No.
not coming.
It's completely random.
Oh, I love it.
You're completely random. But you still do the sorting ceremony. You go
Yeah.
up, A! B!
B.
Y!
That'd be good.
Z. Yeah.
Or maybe just do it alphabetically. Like A to F,
That's how
G to M.
Yeah.
I wonder what house I'm going to be in. You're going to be in house 1.
Yeah.
Surname begins with a B. That's a very good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Soap Hunter 2000.
You got a key ring coming your way.
Hey, it's going to be in the post. Now, Ginge Pixel has messaged us on Instagram.
Go on,
And he
Ginge.
has a house question.
Yeah.
It's going to be a quick fire round. I'm going to give you some celebrities, and I want you to sort them.
Go sort them.
All right, first up, David Attenborough.
Gryffindor.
Got to be Vinnie Jones.
Who's Vinnie Jones?
He's an hard man.
Oh, him. Slytherin.
Greta Thunberg.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe.
Gryffindor.
Boris Johnson.
Gryffindor.
What? Phoebe from Friends.
Hufflepuff.
Got to be Hufflepuff. Meghan Markle.
Ooh.
Ravenclaw, I reckon, for her.
Ravenclaw, yeah.
Woody from Toy Story.
Slytherin.
Because there's a snake in your boots.
Very good.
Thank you. Now, Ginge Pixel, congratulations. Keyring is on its way to you. We've had another message from Toby Blees on Instagram, and his question is, if you were to create a new challenge in the Triwizard Tournament, what would it be? And which 4 characters would you like to see face the challenge?
A new challenge in the Triwizard Tournament.
I feel like they're all very similar, the challenges. They're all like physical.
Get to there.
Get there,
Get to
fight
the-
this.
Get to the middle of the maze.
Yeah,
Get the dragon egg.
yeah. I feel like
get
one...
your sibling back.
Get your sibling back. I feel like one of them should just be a bloody tricky Sudoku. Who does it quick enough?
Or
Something
maybe,
like that.
do you know what? Just take the tasks from the first book at the end, through the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Use them.
Use them.
Untangle yourself from them vines.
Yeah.
Kill Voldemort.
That'd be brilliant. Automatically, don't matter whatever the rest of the rounds are.
Yeah.
If you kill Voldemort, you just win.
Yeah.
You win the Triwizard Tournament. Who would you like to see face these challenges? Some other students.
I don't think they utilise Neville enough.
No, he'd be good.
Stick him in.
Yeah.
Get Dudley Dursley involved.
Yeah. Just stick a wand in his hand.
Just bring him.
Yeah, it's like when they have, like in the X Factor, he would be like Wagner or Jedward.
Yeah.
They're not going to win it, but they're good entertainment value.
I've been watching Colin Creevy, bring him in.
Yeah, get him in, he'd be amazing.
I was watching Queen's Gambit.
Oh, yeah.
And Dudley Dursley's in that,
Who is he?
The actor who plays him.
That's about chess, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about chess. And he's in it. And he's very slim now. I think he was slim in the later Harry Potter
Yeah, he
films.
was, yeah.
They padded him out. But I was looking at his face and I'm like, yeah, they should have used him more. I like looking at his face.
Yeah.
He's got a funny face.
That'd have been a good thing, wouldn't it? Like,
If you're listening, Dudley, write in, we'll send you a keyring.
yay! We'll send you a lovely Pottervision keyring, and thank you to Toby Blease. Now, on Twitter, we've had a message from Kevin Caswell-Jones, KCJ. Now, we've had this question before, but this is a bit more specific, and I like it. He says, do you think any of the teachers at Hogwarts have ever had an affair? And how did they cover their tracks? And what did they utilise from the room of requirements?
Oh my God, what specific... Right, give me some teachers. Who've we got?
Right, Sprouts, Trelawney, Flitwick, Quirrell, Binns, Snape, McGonagall, Umbridge.
All these are sounding so faithful. The
Yeah.
only one, Umbridge, would be unfaithful.
Yeah.
If she had a partner. I can't imagine it with a partner.
No. I reckon, yeah, she's been up to something, I think.
Maybe Trelawney.
Yeah.
An affair of passion.
Oh, yeah. A passionate affair. And what would you use in the room of requirements? I'm immediately thinking, like, sex dungeon in there.
An excuse, Where have you been? At me mother's.
Just like a little, like a speed camera.
Why
shot.
aren't you coming home for Christmas?
I'm having to stay at Hogwarts. It's very important. And the other thing Kevin asks is, describe the staff room during break at Hogwarts. I think it's just going to be Snape moaning. Oh, these students are so stupid.
No, maybe Snape is definitely that guy who pretends, to hate all stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas decorations, what a waste of time.
Yeah.
But if they haven't got him a Secret Santa, he's gonna have his heart broken.
Yeah.
And he loves it every year when they involve him.
100%.
So I think he's sat there whinging.
Yeah.
But he loves it all.
100%. And if it's anything like the staff room at my school at break time, there's going to be a bloody big queue for the photocopier.
Really? That's what you have to spend your break doing?
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, I'm lucky, because I'm, as I'm not a teacher, I can go during lessons when it's free. Get that photocopying done. But at break time, all the teachers are there trying to get their booklets printed.
They're getting folk. I think the teachers are gossiping.
Yeah, gossip.
Yeah. They're having their lunch. Scotch eggs.
Scotch eggs. Yeah.
Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls.
Cheese and onion sandwich.
Yeah, party rings.
Mm-hmm.
Just having a whale of a time. So thank you very much to Kevin Caswell-Jones. Now, we've had a question specifically to you, Tom, on Facebook from Philippa Thomas.
Okay.
And she says, thank you so much, Tom, for your mould shower tips. Do you have any insider knowledge about the really stubborn bits in the corners?
Right. I think I replied to this, but for anyone who didn't see the reply, here it is. The corner bits, they might need a second treatment. That involves a bit more toilet roll, a bit more bleach. Leave it overnight. If that's still not done the trick, the only thing I can suggest is the Lukas Kirkby charm, which is used in Sillet Bank, if you've got the money. Otherwise, go halves on it with a friend.
Get into some kind of mould removing syndicate. You all put a bit in, you all share the solution.
Yeah. But what an excellent question. And thank you. I love that that's now become part of the podcast. The mould removal and maintenance.
Hey, and there's going to be definitely more to come in a few weeks. More big updates. Look out for them. Now, we've had two more messages. We've had one from Steve, who emailed in. Now, when I read this email, Steve has sent us a list of loads of Harry Potter gifts that he received over the years. And my first thought was, why on earth has Steve sent me this email with all these things? But I then listened back to last week's episode and we asked for people to tell us what they got for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, did we? Yeah,
the worst presents.
Worst gifts, yeah.
Yeah. So this is crazy. So Steve says, because I liked Harry Potter when I was younger, every year my family have bought me Harry Potter tats. Right, are you ready for this list of tats he's got over the years? The fifth book, years after I'd already read them all. Harry Potter egg cups and toasters in the shape of lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Socks and coasters of all the houses. A frame containing my letters in the post. Hogwarts robes, dressing gown, pants, platform 9 3/4 mug.
I thought you could say shoes then.
No.
Platform shoes.
Platform shoes. Plates, Hogwarts scarves, t-shirts, and tea towels. He says, the one Harry Potter related thing I would actually love but never had is the first game on PS1, as I left my copy at an ex-friend's house and haven't had it back since.
Oh my
Look,
God.
you tell us their address, we will get it back for you.
The Pottervision boys go above and beyond.
We do. He says it's one of those so bad it's good games, and PS1 Hagrid was my gay awakening.
Ooh.
Peak male performance, apparently.
Right. Well, guess what, pal? You've got some more Harry Potter tat on your way. It's a Pottervision keyring!
Hey, it's on its way to add to your collection.
What was I going to say, though? But yeah, that's the thing. When you tell people you're involved in Harry Potter, well, not involved, you like it, they start sending you tat.
It's loads. I've started to accumulate stuff. I've got socks.
When he said that the Egg and Soldiers making kit, I can completely imagine it.
Yeah. 100%.
I've seen it on the shelf going, who'd want that?
I know who'd want it, Steve! Hey. And our final message this week is from @MissTrousers13 on Twitter. And she asks, what would you guys do if you had to protect the Philosopher's Stone? What strange, unsolvable puzzle would you use?
Have you been thinking about this?
I've been thinking a little bit about this.
Yeah,
me and you have talked about Dumbledore's pocket.
Yeah.
Many a time. Just keep it on your person. We're actually going to get to, in a few weeks, we're going to get to the chapter where we see all the things.
Yeah.
But I just think, keep it on your person. It's probably the best idea about that.
What an entertaining answer.
Thank you. Or just keep it in Gringotts.
No, keep it in plain sight.
You think?
Keep it in like a jam jar or something.
Yeah.
Covered in jam.
Covered in jam.
And people and people aren't going to touch it.
No.
You'd never go around someone's house and opened a sealed pot of jam, would you?
No, you'd never. That's a clever idea.
Yeah.
Very
Just in the
good.
cupboard or something.
Yeah.
And there's no way, you're not going to Accio it, are you?
No.
Some things for some reason don't Accio.
No.
No rhyme or reason to Accio in.
There's no rhyme or reason. What about having when Dumbledore does that chalk circle around the goblet of fire?
Yeah, put a chalk circle around.
Put a chalk circle, make the age restriction 1 million, and nobody can get through that.
Put it in an opened box of
Yeah.
Turkish delights.
No one's going to touch it.
I'm not going to touch it.
No. Hide it inside a bounty a box of celebrations.
You could do it. Men in Black style.
Yeah.
Round your dog's neck.
Yeah.
Oh, the Philosopher's Stone is around Orion's belt. You know how you call your dog's collar its belt?
Yes. Or lock it in a room and throw away the key. Why not do that with like a massive door?
You know what? Because they're going to come in with Alohomora, aren't they?
Yeah.
But you can't Alohomora a room that's been bricked up.
No.
Can you?
That is true. Brick it up. No one's going to know it's there. It's a tricky one to think about.
Oh, I've got the perfect one.
Go on.
The Weasley's Vault.
They're never going to go in there. Do they even have an account at Gringotts? God
I'm
love
not
them.
going. Excellent question.
Thank you very much, Miss Trousers. And thank you very much to everybody who gave us a question this week. You're all going to get a keyring in the post. And please send in questions, comments for next week. You won't win a keyring, but we will give you a shout out.
Yeah.
Pottervision.
So this has been the Pottervision podcast. As always, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search for Pottervision. Send us an email, pottervisioncomedy@gmail.com, or go to our website, pottervision.com, and you can contact us via the form on there. This has been Chapter 13, Nicolas Flamel. Please join us next week. We're heading towards the climax of the book, and it will be Chapter 14, Norbert the Norwegian Ridgeback.
Oh, I've been Tom Lawrenson.
I've been Lukas Kirkby.
See you in a week.
Happy New Year.
Pottervision.
Thank you so much for listening to the Pottervision podcast. The music was performed by Jack Evans. If you've got any questions, comments or feedback, you can put them all on pottervision.com. Also, do us a favour. Please, could you like and share the show? Give it 5 stars and tell your friends. It'd mean a lot, please. All right, I know you will.